Welcome, here I've got Xiaomi Poco M3 Pro and let me show you how to use camera promote at this device. So let's start by tapping on camera button to open it, and for now we are on standard photo mode, so we have to change it to Pro by using this settings bar and just simply going to left. So here we are. This mode gives us possibilities to choose some shooting parameters by ourselves. This is useful when we want to learn photographic skills or making experiments with photography. So let me start with this settings bar. Let's go from the right. The first one button here allows us to control exposure compensation, so the light of our picture in kind of basic way. As you can see, we get access to the slider. By going to the right on it, we can make our picture more bright. By going to left, we can make it more dark. At the center we have 0 parameter, so there's no problem to go back to auto exposure compensation. Now let's move to the second option here, the ISO, so we can change camera's sensitivity to light, and we can make it less sensitive from 50 or more sensitive by going to the right to 6 and 4000 of it, so this is wide choice like in real professional camera. To go back to auto ISO here, we have to tap on a letter button from the left. And now let's move to the next one option, shutter speed, so we can change the time of taking photo. We can make it shorter by moving to the right from 1 and 4000 of second, so it should be better to objects, for example in move, to frozen them at the picture with a good light. By going to the right we can make our time much longer. The longest here is 30 seconds, so it should be definitely better to objects that are stable or if we want to have some blur at our picture. And to go back to auto shutter speed, we have to tap to a letter from the left again. But I want to show you also that when we adjust shutter speed and the ISO together, we can really advance it, manage the light of our photo. So for now, the exposure compensation button here is locked because we don't need it. So if you want to quickly adjust light, you have to stay on auto on these two parameters and adjust the light by using exposure compensation. If you have more time and want to do it like a pro, you can use these two buttons. And I want to show you also that when we go to right corner button, we get access to more options about camera we can manage, and here most of them is also in standard photo mode. In Pro we have really cool thing, exposure verification button, so just one tap here to turn it on, another tap to turn it off, and this is connected with these three buttons because now we can check if we correctly adjusted light on our photo. So when we give to our photo less light, it shows us the areas of our picture that are underexposed on these blue signs, and when we give it too much light, we can see other signs in kind of red color that shows us which are overexposed. So this is really cool, and it works with shutter speed and the ISO. And also when we move back to auto and move to exposure compensation slider, we can see that it works here. So good to know that we have it. Now let me turn it off here and move to the next one option, the focusing, so we can change autofocus to manual focus here by using this slider, and we can adjust focusing on our subject as we need. To go back to autofocus, we have to tap to a letter from the left, so this is also really easy. And now let's move to white balance, the last one feature here, so we can change camera's temperature, the temperature of our photo, and it depends from the light we have in the area where we take it. So we can pick some ready lights like tungsten light, daylight, white fluorescent light, cloudy light, and when we tap to the last one button here from the right, we get access to the slider, and here we can manually adjust white balance in Kelvin degrees. So as you can see, by going to right we can make our photo more orange, more warm. By going to left we can make it more cold, more blue. So this is balance between warm and cold tones of our photo. To go back to auto with that, we have to again tap to a letter from the left, and I want to show you also that when we adjust all of these parameters together manually and want to move back to auto settings, we don't have to separately do it. We can tap to this button which appears from the left, and it asks us to reset all parameters now, and now we can start using them from the beginning. Now let's move up to this settings bar. Let me show you the second from the left option. Here we can pick metering, frame average, spot, and center weighted. At the center here we can also get quick access to 48 megapixels, the best possible quality of this camera, so good to know it. And for a while let's move again to right corner settings, because here we have also focus picking, so just one tap to turn it on, another tap to turn it off, and this is connected with this focusing because now it shows us the area of our focus, so we can also check here if we adjust this correctly. So let me keep it like that now, and let me use these parameters to take a photo. Let me pick, for example, white fluorescent light, the shutter speed, maybe this one, and the ISO maybe here. As I said, exposure compensation now is locked because I used these two parameters, so let's tap on shutter to see my photo. Let's move to left to the button that follows us straight to the gallery, and this is how it looks like. I suggest you to making experiments with all of these parameters and just have a good fun. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.